Here we have a Benz key fob that came in for repair, and this one is coming from, let's check the ticket, Patrick, Ontario, Canada. This one is coming from Canada. Zip code K6H5H3. I was wondering what that zip code is. It's Canada. Patrick mailed over this fob right here. And let's read the description and see what Patrick wrote. Referral videos. Description: key fob was dropped. Relay for the lock unlock broke off. Maybe Patrick means the coil. We're gonna have to check. The first thing we need to do is open up the fob, remove the key, insert, pull, and we're gonna open the battery compartment, and we have the board right here. Let's see if we can figure out what component broke by just looking at the fob. Let's go under the microscope. So this is not the average Benz key fob. This one is different. It has more technology in it. Instead of one coil, we have two coils. And right off the bat, I see what the customer is talking about, the oscillator. The oscillator is broken. The top half of the oscillator is gone. The infrared, the one in the front, is intact. The coils, they look good. You see how the coils are now coated? They have that rubber coating. It was not like that before. They used to break off easy. We have the panic button, lock, unlock, and trunk. The fob looks excellent. So the question is, where can we get a crystal oscillator like this one? Good question. We have a lot of donor boards, thousands of key fobs, donors that we can use, but this fob is different. It's unlike most of the key fobs. Let me grab one of the buckets and we can look and see if we can find anything similar. Like, for example, we have this fob here and the oscillator is different. It's not the same one. The oscillator is the black one here. It's different. Okay, so you see, we need to look and find a board with a similar oscillator. And no doubt we'll find one, but we just have to look. I do not have those boards organized in a way where they go by model. Everything is mixed because they're all donors. And this one looks like we should be able to use this one. Let me remove it quick and see if it matches. It should. And look at this, perfect. We do not need a lot of heat when dealing with Benz key fobs because components will just fly off the board. And ask me how I know. or it's better not to ask. I have the station on minimal heat and you can see how fragile. So we have a center pad and we have pads on the left and right side of the oscillator. Right, so we did not apply flux, we did not apply leaded solder. We do not need to, we're just using the factory solder that's already on the board. And it does not take much heat to solder or desolder components on Benz key fobs. Let's go over the back, make sure nothing shifted. And what is this? It looks like maybe, I have no idea what this is. It's like a broken piece of plastic, probably from the housing. Or maybe it was on my bench and the fob was put over that piece. Perfect. Now we're going to test to make sure the fob is working. We want to test for the frequency, 314.9, and we're going to test for infrared. But before we test, I want to make sure, oh, we do not have any batteries. So we're going to have to get a fob, a donor fob maybe that already has batteries. I have a lot of batteries here. But of course now, since I'm looking for a battery, I'm not going to be able to find one. When I do not need batteries, they're laying all over the place. Let me grab the other bucket. And this bucket, we have a lot of housings, shells, originals. A lot of times the customer's housing is damaged and we give him a good one. Sometimes we charge the customer and sometimes we do not. It depends on the mood and on the customer. A customer who's polite gets a free housing. A customer who's nagging every 5 minutes, where's my fob, will get charged for the housing. So I have 2 batteries, but we want to measure and make sure the batteries are close to 3 volts. At least. Yeah, this one is not going to work, 0.2 volts. That battery is from 1942. 3.15, this is a good one. So let me grab another one. Alright, so I got another one. Let's measure this one. 2.96, good enough. Put the batteries in the housing, in the battery holder. We're gonna put the board on the battery holder and I'm looking for that LED blink. You do not get an LED blink when the oscillator is off the board. Yes or no? Oh, I'm pressing on the trunk button. I need to press and hold the trunk button. Let me press on the lock, unlock. And yes, we do have. I do not know if you can see it. Okay, where's the LED? LED is right here on this side. And I need to remove my finger so you can see it. You're gonna have to trust me on this, okay? Let's see. All right. LED is blinking, but that's not enough. We're gonna test the frequency and we're gonna test to see if we have infrared. Let me put the fob back inside the housing. Battery holder. We do not want to forget the key for the customer. And now we're gonna use our fob tester. So let's take a look. Are we gonna get 314.9? Yes. Awesome. Let's test the lock button. Okay. Let's test the panic button. All right. Very good. And we're gonna test the trunk button, press and hold. Okay. Very nice. Now we're gonna test infrared. And we should get IR if infrared is working. I have to point it on the top. IR. We're gonna press on the lock button. IR. Amazing. So the fob is fully functional. And the customer is gonna be happy. It was mailed over all the way from Ontario, Canada. Patrick is gonna be happy. We're gonna end the video right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video. Back inside the bag, invoice, and mail it back to the customer. Better than factory.